Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Sergster Files. I'm here in Detroit. I don't know if you can see anything out the window. I guess there's a reflection going on here. But I'm actually in Detroit, staying with a friend right now. And I will be here until... Okay, now you can see out the window. This window that this guy has, it you can't see anything in the window during the day. You can't see anything through the window, but at night you can see everything from outside. I was gonna try to show his window, but he's got some shade over his window, so he's lucky. He's got these glass stairs here. I don't know if you can see. You just kind of have to be really careful going up and down. It's just really unusual house that he has here, but I love it. It's really nice. It may become my new home. I mean, it's probably gonna become my new home for a while anyway, because I plan to come back here pretty frequently and do some filming for my series. I may film while I'm here right now. I don't know. Just trying to get a crew together. It's been a little challenging trying to find gay actors. This whole thing has been an adventure, actually. I mean, it all started when I got on the plane. I came here Sunday night, and they lost my luggage. I flew on Spirit Airlines. And right now I'm just using the Wii U to listen to some music. It's pretty amazing range here. I don't know if maybe being in LA has something to do with it, but I wasn't really able to get really good range with it. You just bought me like a little stand. It's like a little case, and you put the Wii U controller inside of it. And you can just go all in the house and just, use it like a tablet, which is what it really is. But man, I don't know how they managed to lose my luggage. See, what had happened was I got to the airport. The shuttle came and picked me up at about 8:30, which was really early because I think he was like 20 minutes early. So I got to the airport. I get to a kiosk. I'm checking my luggage in, and I see that they charge you. And I guess all of the airlines are doing it now. I guess that they kept announcing something on the loudspeaker. There was something going on with security on the airlines, and so they've changed how they do things. Whereas before you were allowed two carry-ons and one check-in, and then they charge you after if you like a second check-in bag, it's like $25, and then the next one is $50. Well, now it's you just pay for a check-in anyway. And I don't know, maybe it's just this airline, but I heard that Cheap Air is how they have such cheap flights, because my flight to Detroit from LA was only $300, and really $300. It started like $302, $301, but then it was like $21 with like taxes and stuff. So it came up to like $330. My ticket. So I guess it was like 20 something dollars. And then you add that's taxes and the services and all that. But anyway, I'm in for a shock because I decided to bring my Wii U with me like at the last minute, literally. And I was throwing it in my bag, and I realized I didn't have enough room. Actually I did, but I'll get to that. I was having a hard time getting it in my suitcase, so I actually grabbed like another bag, which I'm glad I did. I started packing another bag. I had another backpack, and I put the Wii U and all the wires and everything inside of it. So, I get to the airport, and I guess it took us about maybe 20 minutes to get there. So we get to the airport, maybe 20, 30 minutes. We get to the airport. I go to the kiosk because when I went to the line, there was nobody really in line. Maybe one person ahead of me, but they sent me back to the kiosk, which I normally do to print out my itinerary and everything. So I go to the kiosk and I use my credit card, my bank card with the Visa logo on it, and then I'm doing my check-in, and I see that you have to pay for you pay for your check-in, and it's like 45 bucks. So I was like, okay. And then you are allowed to bring on one free carry-on, which is called a personal article. So that could be a backpack apparently. So I had my backpack. Carry-on now, on the other hand, that's $50. That's another $50. So my price for my trip, for my luggage, and for my check-in and for my carry-on would have been like 90, 95, 100 freaking dollars. And I was like, what? And then that's just going. Then that'd be like another, $100 coming back, which is ridiculous. So I took my Wii U out, put it in my backpack, and I took all the wires and just put them in my suitcase, even though my clothes were hot. I just finished doing my laundry, and maybe a few hours early. You know how when you pack clothes, they still are warm. So I really was just concerned about putting anything, electronic in there. I was just worried. And plus, I know I've seen them throw bags around, so I just didn't want my Wii U getting thrown around. So I don't know why I put the damn hard drive inside, because I brought my hard drive with me, my 500 gig hard drive, and I didn't bring my charger dock that you can use as a stand if you want to watch movies like I'm doing right now. I have YouTube on and I'm listening to music by George Michael, and I ended up having to go to Best Buy and buy this. It's like a plastic clear thing, and it's a stand that was on sale. It was normally like $8, but it was only for $1.99. So anyway, I'm getting back to my story. I ended up having to take my bag with all my Wii U wires, and I crammed that inside my suitcase, my check-in, and I put the Wii U in my backpack with the controller because I had enough room. I was really mad about having to pay more money that I hadn't really figured in my budget. I mean, I was thinking maybe $20 or something like that, but I wasn't thinking that they would actually charge me for a carry-on bag. I wasn't ready for that. So anyway, I had a really smooth flight. We got to Detroit faster than we were supposed to. Actually, we came here a little early. Now I'm standing after I get out the I get in the baggage claim area after I got off the plane, and all I did on the plane was just watch episodes of True Blood and the $6 Million Man on my DVD player. I think I slept for maybe 15, 20 minutes. I didn't really sleep long. I nodded off. I have a hard time sleeping on moving vehicles most of the time unless I'm really tired. That's probably why I have jet lag right now, because I've been asleep for like forever, it feels like. I haven't really done much of anything yet. I may go over into Canada tomorrow. I haven't really decided yet. Just a money thing. So anyway, I arrive in Detroit here, where it's really cold. It's like 40, 45, 46 degrees outside, and I go to baggage claim to get my bags after I get off the plane. I'm standing there and I'm talking to this black lady, and then we were talking about the baggage, and I was like, yeah, everybody else is getting their baggage and mine's gonna be like the last one. Ha ha ha, the laugh was on me. Everybody got their baggage except me, that I didn't see my bag anywhere. And I'm like, what the f is going on? And there's another lady I noticed when I went to information they sent me. They told me to go over to where they have like an area where they have like the luggage check-in. People have issues, whatever. Cause I saw a bunch of bags. Of course, I didn't see mine. Turns out the lady that was in front of me, she checked in. They said she checked in for her flight early or something, and that was an issue. Maybe her bags just hadn't even gotten sent out or something. But anyway, I waited, and then I was trying not to panic, but I was really mad. I ended up going inside to speak to the lady who was handling all the issues that people had with their luggage, and she really didn't. She had like no idea what happened. They didn't know where it was. I know. I told her, I said I did everything right. I put a tag on it, and I have the little electronic barcode thingy that they gave me, and she just had me fill out paperwork and told me that they would call me, and she got my number and my friend's number that I'm staying with. And there really wasn't anything else that she could do. I don't know what the hell they did with my baggage, but I'm telling you, I'm really not such a fan of cheap air. I guess they can have really cheap flights, but one guy was telling me he paid like 156 for his flight, and he had like a little duffel bag, not even really a duffel bag, but they get you with all these other things. So these being charged for luggage and stuff, it's just really high. So I don't know how you just jump from nothing to charging $50. Anyway, if you travel with Spirit Airlines or any airlines, I guess my recommendation is, I don't know if you've gone through losing your luggage. It really sucks, especially if all your clothes are in your bag. You need to make sure in one of your carry-ons, or your one carry-on, unless you're rich and you can afford to pay for another bag, pack one pair of jeans and a pair of jogging pants, just so you can have more room. Something thin, a couple of shirts, some underwear, some socks, just in case. Make sure, for God's sake, you put your toothbrush in there, because if you lose your luggage and you've got everything in your check-in bag, then you're screwed, and you're gonna have to probably go and buy some clothes. Or thank God my friend actually had some clothes that he was able to let me wear. And funny story there, but we don't exactly wear the same size in everything. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So it was a little uncomfortable, but I guess it's better than being naked, right? So I just got my luggage this morning. It's right now. It's 11:41 over here. I don't know if you can see the clock. I guess when the monitor's bright like this on me with a white screen, it's kind of hard to see me. I look overexposed, like one of those bad photos that really look kind of nice, but you don't really know if you should keep it because you can't really hardly see anything. I got my baggage this morning, and I guess it was about 10 o'clock, maybe somewhere around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, somewhere about. And I know they said 9. They said between 9 and 10, which I shouldn't have expected. The funny thing is, you try to call Spirit Air to complain and try to see if you can get some kind of reimbursement. They make it so difficult to get through. You go online, there's all this, the help button, and then there's topics, and then that's it. There's no contact us, no number that you can call. And then the number that they do give you, when you finally, there's a number that they give you on this paper that they give you with your issue. It's an 8 excuse me, it's an 877 number or something. It's all automated, and there's really no way for you to really speak to a representative unless you lie about your issue. Then maybe that might work. I don't know. I'm going to try to call back tomorrow, because that was a real big inconvenience to me, and I really feel like they should try to give me something. I don't know, maybe on my trip back I shouldn't have to pay for my check-in, because I was really scared. It was really not so much the clothes that were inside, it's just all the wires that I would have to buy. Nintendo, like Microsoft and Sony, some of this shit is proprietary. So you might have a cord, a little ass wire, and you got to pay like $35 for it. And and I just, on top of that, I wouldn't even be able to use my Wii U. I wouldn't even be able to play it. So the wires, if you're traveling with electronics, then I would advise you to try to put it in your carry-on, your personal bag, they call it now, because if you lose your console, if you lose the wires and you have your console with you, then you get to your destination and you can't play it. So that keep the wires with you. And the cool thing about the Wii U is, I have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, because the 8 gig model I had, 8 gigs is like nothing. You'll blow through that in, it's just no time at all. So I had the I have a 500 gigabyte hard drive that I got about a year ago from a guy who had actually passed away, and I found on Craigslist, I was looking for a wheelchair for my web series, and I found this guy was selling stuff that belonged to his friend. I guess he was selling the apartment and just selling all the guy's belongings, and he had a brand new wheelchair which I got for like dirt cheap, which was, it was a miracle for what people were offering. I mean, there were people offering like outrageous prices just to let me use a wheelchair for a day or two, and I just got this wheelchair. It was like $35, brand new. You know, I don't even think they used it. And the hard drive, you know, it was like a steal basically. He gave me the hard drive and some other little things. I think I ended up paying like maybe $5 or $10 for like a 500 gigabyte hard drive. And then the hard drive was like sitting around my house, and I kind of sort of forgot about it. I wasn't really using it for anything. But when I got my Wii U and I ran out of space, you know, I remember that that the Wii U, unlike Sony and Microsoft, actually gave you the option to use another. You can use another hard drive for your games and things. So it came in handy having it. And I that had like all my games. And you just have to re-download stuff, I guess, if I hadn't recovered my luggage. So I would have lost clothing for the 10 days that I'm going to be here, the wires for my Wii U, and trying to think, I brought my Wiimotes, and I don't know why I even bothered, because I didn't bring the little strip that you need for them. I mean, but I wouldn't be using it anyway. Nathan, my buddy I'm staying with, I don't think he plays video games. He's probably never played a video game in his life. I don't know, but so I have 2 Wiimotes that will probably never be used. I don't know why they didn't just build like a IR thing in the machine where you just use the Wiimotes, you know, instead of having to hook that long ass wire up to your TV and then put the little bar on it. It's kind of annoying. So when I was going through my luggage thing, I had to give the lady 2 phone numbers. You know, when the help, the customer service clerk, she asked for 2 phone numbers, alternate phone numbers. She calls my friend this morning, and I guess she woke him up because he came and woke me up. I didn't go back to sleep again, so he told me that they'd be coming at 9 o'clock. So I was up. I got up, and I guess it was probably around 7:30 when he came, and we both went to bed at 4 o'clock this morning. So I just got up, showered, and I guess it was around 10 o'clock the guy came, brought my luggage back, and I asked him what would I do, you know, what should I do about, you know, he was like, yeah, I should definitely call Spirit and tell them what happened so they could maybe try to help me out or something. So it was good to get my luggage, and that nightmare was over with. Now, I did say that I'm trying to film here, which I am. I've managed to find a videographer or choreographer. I found a DP, cameraman. I found the actor, and I need another actor. I'm looking for someone to play a gay character. That hasn't been going so well. I have one person who I recruited from the most unlikeliest of sources. Dateline, actually. I mean, what better way to find a gay actor than to check a gay Dateline, right? I mean, if a person has their face in their profile, then that means more than likely they probably wouldn't have a problem putting themselves out there as in front of the camera. You find a lot of people that have faceless profiles. You know, they have really nice body shots or whatever, but like whatever. I'm not gonna approach anybody like that because they're probably like super DL, and you know, like a many brothers are DL anyway. This makes it almost damn impossible to meet anybody. But that's a whole nother conversation. Because everybody's hiding, you know, you don't know who's who, and I don't really know that I have a gaydar that actually works. Maybe it works sometimes. I'm thinking of riding the train over into Canada tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided. By train is 4 hours, $70. By bus is 6 hours, but it's only $45. and I have a buddy up there, and I might go stay, maybe spend the day with him. He's really into games and stuff. We really have a really good connection. So he's flying out to Atlanta on Friday, so I'm gonna have to go over there probably tomorrow, or I don't think Wednesday's an option because he's leaving Thursday to go stay with someone to drop him at the airport when he flies out. So tomorrow night might be an option. I want to try to go see Spider-Man tomorrow during the day, and if I do that, we're gonna have to do that early, and then maybe I can ride over there and he can just pick me up. I can just, catch the train over to Canada after I see the movie. Then he can pick me up when he gets off of work at like 5. I think he said he can get to the train station at around 6 or 7 o'clock. Because if I take the bus, I'll save money, and I really need to save the money, because if I pay for this, pay for the cinematographer, and we're going to film at a location, and that's going to cost a little, and I really feel like I should have budgeted this more, which is making me think that maybe I should push my date back. I mean, I'm planning to come back anyway. I got a nasty response from somebody on Craigslist when they said you must be smoking crack and you're going to get exactly what you pay for and blah blah blah, and I was like, well, dude, my response was, dude, if you really feel like that, then why don't you offer something? Why don't you offer me a deal and try to negotiate a price? I mean, that would probably yield you better results than just outright insulting me. But I guess you just don't have the brain power to do that. Of course, I didn't get a response back because his jaw probably just hit the ground. I don't know what's wrong with people, man. I mean, really. I mean, I've had to listen to naysayers for that's not right. You're not doing that right. You got to do this, and you blah 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 blah. And they're so like unbending. I mean, we're all trying to save money here, especially in this city. Don't even get me started. Detroit is having so many issues right now. And even my friend that I'm staying with, money's kind of tight. Somebody tried to break in his house last week. His neighborhood is there's some really nice houses here, and then you go like a couple of houses down, it looks like ground zero. The house is demolished. It's been on fire, whatever. You see some questionable characters walking around. But Detroit is really a beautiful city, and I think it's going to come up with all the movies being filmed here, the new Superman movie, and I think they filmed RoboCop here, the new one. They filmed the original one here, definitely. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Eminem tried to get Elysium filmed here. That didn't work out. But I've noticed there are a lot of movies, I don't want to say a lot, but productions being done here, and I think it'd be really good for the economy if more filmmakers would come here, because it seems like there's probably a lot more accommodating towards us than LA, which is really expensive to film, and the permits and all that, insurance in New York is the same way. So you have the same thing that is making people leave and go film other places. It's really expensive. I don't know. I would like to try to film here, but I was getting back to that response. I mean, I try to be nice. I felt like I should have been nicer, but you come trying to insult me. What kind of result are you getting? You just want to flame? Is that you trolling or what? I mean, offer me something. I mean, well, yeah, I think that you need to charge more, but you need to pay more because filmmakers, blah blah blah. We're bringing our equipment, and that's not, well, okay, well. How about, well, I think that you're a low budget filmmaker. I understand, but I think you're trying to get something for such a low amount of money. Maybe you could go up a little higher, and I could bring some equipment, and maybe we could work out a deferred payment thing or something. I mean, just something, just say something that may be a little more positive. You come with, as they say, a carrot instead of vinegar. I find a lot of people these days, especially younger people, just seem to be very mean and just like I don't know. This sounded like I mean, I was getting like angry middle-aged white guy, which I encounter a lot online, particularly on when I go to the video gaming sites like IGN, or even when I'm reading like the articles on Yahoo. Sometimes, um, for example, there was something that happened recently. Um, it was controversy over something, and I don't know. The person said, I can't remember exactly what the article was, but I was really shocked. And the person said, uh, I know what it was. It was the host. I think it was the Sterling thing in response to that controversy. Something, but the guy, the response was, why don't you oppressed feel you oppressed people go back if you really feel like that? Why don't you just team up together, oppressed minorities and gays and women or whatever? You feel like you're being oppressed. Why don't you get together, team up, and fly to the moon and stay out of our movies? I think it was something about miscasting, or just no. It was an article about Miles Morales, about them supposedly considering maybe putting Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, in one of the Spider-Man movies, and I just was shocked. Why don't you oppressed people get together and team up and fly to the moon and stay out of our movies? Our movies? Really? Hmm. And it's just amazing that these people can harness enough brain power to actually use a keyboard, to actually type. And I'm pretty certain they probably wouldn't say these things in person. It's just very sad that there are so many people in my, that share my interest, that play video games and are in the comic books, that are like this, and it makes me ashamed and sad, because I used to think that video gamers and nerds, whatever you want to call us, supposed to be more intelligent, smarter, but that is not the case, and they've really given video gamers a bad name, man. And it's but there are a hell of a lot of people out there, and that have these nasty feelings towards us. And you would think that because you I think I talked about this before, if you've been picked on and oppression, maybe you should be a little understanding. But then again, if you are not a minority and you probably don't really have any experience with the minorities, or maybe somebody black did something bad to you, don't hate the rest of us. Maybe try to understand where we're coming from. And I'm not going to harp on this, but you have a race of people who brought here hundreds of years ago against their will, had their culture taken from them, and we still are dealing with it. And it's something that I think a lot of people, a lot of white people, would like to pretend that racism doesn't exist and don't like talking about it because it makes them uncomfortable. But it's something that we have to deal with some of us have to deal with this all the time. And it happens, and this racism is not always like in your face. Sometimes it's subtle, psychological, covert, whatever. You get a group of older people together in a room, and you overhear what they say, and you'll be shocked. Some people of other races, and I'm not just saying white people either. It's an issue. You even have other white people saying that they go to other countries and they come here, and it's just like you have the whites and the blacks over here, and it's not really like that in some other countries. And other people would leave and go to other countries to get away from the racism when they, it's really sad. It shouldn't be like that, and it's really getting on my freaking nerves. There's an issue, and I don't think that, it's not all in our minds, and it's something we gotta work together to get rid of, because the shit is old and it's tired and it needs to cease and desist. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of that. I'm about to run out of time here. This thing only records for like 30 minutes of video. This is my Vita, my trusted travel companion, since I lost the other one I had over a year ago. But anyway, moving on. I will try to film. I want to try to find a gay actor to play my vampire ex-boyfriend. And I don't think I'm going to film anything when I go to Canada. I would like to. It's actually easier to find film people there than it was here. That's probably has a lot to do with the economy. And Canada has a booming film community now, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to move here. So I'm going to probably just be relaxing for the most part. It really felt good to get out of LA and I'm gonna try to get something shot out here, and if not, I'll just have to come back. I started actually recruiting my crew, my cast and crew, before I even came here from LA. I went on Craigslist. That's where I found my cinematographer. I recruited him. I had actually reached out to some cinematographers in Toronto as well, because I was actually planning to go over there, but financially it just wasn't plausible, you know, because being completely broke is just so 20 years ago. I mean, I didn't want to do that. I mean, I'm strapped enough as it is financially, so I just figured I'd just put together something really simple and yet effective for the DragonManx episode, season 2, episode 1. I just felt like the episode, we shot footage already for the episode, but I felt like it needed more, like it needed to be fleshed out, like it wasn't complete. So I had this idea, you know, since I'm going to be here in Detroit for vacation, I might as well try to incorporate, you know, some of the local color, or, you know, some of the backdrops. So, I mean, I like the city, thinking about moving here. Still haven't completely made up my mind, but I have a good situation. A friend of mine has a place that he's willing to rent out to me. It's just that the whole finding a job that gives me the same benefits and stuff that I got in LA. You know, I don't want to go into a situation where I'm not really getting the same. Although the economy here is different. There's two bedroom apartment here for like $600. Some new. I went to the Gay and Lesbian Center here, Affirmations, and they were telling me about some new place that's coming up, some new building. So that is something for me to think about as well. Okay, since I don't have anyone else to practice with, because my buddy who lives here has gone out to run some errands, and I'm only a couple of days away from filming, I want to go through the shots, read my lines, basically say my lines, trying to memorize everything. I don't know, you would think that since I wrote these things, I have it'd be easy for me to memorize, but I don't know, sometimes I wonder if I have some kind of learning disability or something, because sometimes I have trouble remembering things, certain things. I don't know. Just something to think about. But anyway, what I want to do is I put together like a fight scene, and I kind of made some changes. I think it'll be more exciting visually. So this is my friend's place right here. He has a three bedroom house here. And I'm gonna have one of the vampires come from here. The other vampire is gonna be sitting there on the couch, and I'm gonna be standing here by the fireplace. And so vampire comes down from the stairs. His name is Nadum. That's Ndum. He asked me. He says, "What's up with your vampire powers, Cat Ninja?" And then I say to this guy sitting here, he's the only person I let call me that. And then Ernest, the vampire sitting here, who's my ex-boyfriend in the story, he says, "Why is that?" So I said, "What? You know, he's the only one I let call me that." He says, "Why is that?" And I say, "Well, I just kind of don't say anything." He says, he says, because I taught him everything that he knows. And I look around, and I just make a comment like, "Wow, this place has really seen better days. I'm surprised it's still standing." And then Nadum runs, I'm thinking he's maybe going to be doing something over here during, some activity just to make the scene more interesting. He moves over here at super speed, and right here, just zooms over, and he's like, "You didn't answer my question, so what ails you?" And then I say, "Well, my powers have been acting up. Shit got real, because earlier today when I was running over here, I almost fell on my ass." And then Ernest, the vampire sitting here, says, that means that you're helpless now. I could take advantage." and he rushes at me at super speed. I move out of the way, and I'm thinking I move right here, and he rushes at me again, and I'm thinking I hit him on the back of his head or slap him or something, and then I move over here at super speed. He comes at me, and I move again. I'm thinking I trip him or something, and he kind of stumbles over there, and I move right here. I'm standing here, and he rushes at me again because I'm standing like this, and he rushes at me, and I move out of the way, and I just kind of like give him like a chop or something, and then when he's bent over, I just kind of like kick him in the ass, and he flies over here towards the door, and Nadum is standing right there. Nadum just kind of opens the door and lets him fly out, and then closes the door. And Nadum turns and looks at me and says, "Now I understand why you guys broke up." And thus ended the scene. And so I just really started laughing when I was going through everything, because I think it makes the scene really effective. Plus it gives us a little bit more action for the scene as well. So that is what we're going to be filming on Sunday. It was going to be on Saturday originally, but my main actor has to work, and I really don't want to lose this guy because he's really, really good. So I had to actually go online. I actually had to go on Adam for Adam, believe it or not, of all places, to recruit the other actor. If you're looking for gay actors, you go to the gay dating sites. I mean, they got posters, they got their profiles with their pictures and their faces up there. So they're probably not hiding who they are. And a lot of gay guys are into like science fiction and fantasy, comic books. Not so much the comic books, but the fantasy and vampires particularly. So that's how I got my cast together for this particular episode. It's just really going to be two scenes. The scene that comes before this is going to be me outside in the backyard. Well, not me. Sorry. I must be still kind of jet lagged or something. But they're going to be doing some martial arts scene, and then I walk over, and then there's a little bit of dialogue exchange. So I'm thinking we're going to probably come up with some kind of routine, some kind of martial arts sequence, because they're just like trading blows. Just think Matrix with Neo and Morpheus, doing like moves and jumping around at super speed, flying around or whatever. And then I come in, and then we have a little bit of dialogue, and then we end up here in the house. And I changed it because originally we were going to film at an abandoned place, a factory, but I decided I like this place, so I'll use this instead. That's easy for you to say. I was like, what do I do if the actor doesn't show up? What do I do if the camera person doesn't show up? I mean, what do I do if the world ends today and Godzilla attacks from the ocean? World ends today. It's like,
so, camera is rolling, audio is rolling. This is scene 2, shot 7, take 1. Alright, go ahead and go.
I'm over 200 years old, and I'm still standing. You still haven't told me what's wrong. What ails you?
I don't know. It's my powers, man. Shit got real early today. I just almost fell on my ass running over here at super speed. I'm not so dumb that I don't know when to ask for help when I'm in over my head.
Oh, so you're all helpless right now? Meaning I can take advantage of you? There's nothing you can do to resist me?
Cut. Go back. Go back. Why don't you... Okay, so take it from where you're about to slap him, right? Alright, now step into... So, like, take a step to...
Right.
Go like this and just pivot in, because that'll be your super speed movement. What? See what I'm saying?
What?
Like step out and then just step in real fast.
Okay.
Alright, but you have to do it when I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna step in right before he grabs me to slap me?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just super spaz your...
Okay.
Get it?
Alright, ready? Go.
Oh. Sorry. I'm anticipating the beat.
Go ahead and go. Alright, cut. I'm not getting any of that.
And you know, square up to it, square up, and you know, I give you, face kick to the stomach. You know, you react to it, and you come back. You swing with your hand, and you get in, come back again. So we can kick here. You react. You swing again. I come in, hit you again. Yup. Then you float to the side. Then you react. So you're here. You react. Then you get up, you look at me, then you turn, side kick, see, yeah, like that, feel what I mean? Okay, throw me, get me to wherever I'm going, and then as I come back, I can do like a Superman punch. So I jump and swing and hit you, so I'm jumping, like there. So we start back from here. Start back from here, square up. Kick. Turn around. Oh, yeah. No, other way. So watch that punch you got. You swing, kick, turn around.
Punch me, bam.
Kick, right. That's to start off. I mean, that, like I said, that can be the beginning of the fight scene, depending on, like I said, how long you want it to actually be drawn out. I mean, but that was, I mean, are we gonna have a victor? Because I can't remember in the script.
Well, you're just sparring. Basically, you're training him.
So just
training
sparring.
him, and you're sparring. I mean, you can like set it up to be as long or as short as you like.
I mean, because that right there.
I mean, if you guys can put together like a really, a nice routine, you can make it last as long as you like. Because you guys could have been. I wish I had
This is
a.
right before you enter.
Yeah, it's right before I come. Yeah, because I'm supposed to be running up at super speed, and then I almost fell on my ass, and then shit got real, and all that other stuff.
Okay. I mean, we could do exactly what we were just doing. Do the super punch. Depending on the space too. I mean, depends on the space.
You guys are gonna be outside. You're gonna be
So
outside.
we got more space.
Yeah.
Once I come in with my Superman punch, you can fall to the ground. Man, I wish if you knew how to bounce back up, that'd have been awesome. Or can you do like some little b-boy thing where you can spin up, spin around so you're on the ground and you get here and just kick your leg, jump up here. You do something like that.
That's right. On the ground.
Yep. Kick your leg. Turn around. Yep. Turn around.
Kick my leg. Turn around.
Yep. So you hop back up.
So it looks nice.
Yeah. Hop back up, and then I guess you can catch me while I'm in a stupor. And as soon as you get back up, you come back up, and you come right with a left or right hook, whatever which one's comfortable, whatever foot you're on. And I can fly back and fall, right? And as I get up, I'm at a distance now. So I'm further away from you. So I'm further away from you. I can run, do an acrobatic flip, something like that, and get close to you, or I can run up close to you. We spar, like get ready to spar again, and then I just go into a backflip kick, and I kill it.
Yeah,
So-
You gonna really do a backflip?
Yeah, I'll do that. This is what
So
I
how
do.
long is this fight sequence gonna be?
I mean, it can be quick. That's not gonna be. That's probably about a minute or maybe a minute, minute and a half.
Okay.
So
Make it last 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Be like that chase scene in The Matrix 2 that went on forever in part 2.
Oh yeah.
Like, is it ever gonna end?
fall.
Oh, wait, then I'm down.
Yup.
And then my thread here.
Jump up. Jump up with her.
Jump over the hook.
Yup. Fly back. Run. You gotta, get into it. That click.
And then I fall down and
And
run.
that's it. And then we get up, come over, man. And we see you. Or you on the ground still, and you walk in, and that's it.
You should walk in while your X is on the ground, right?
So, in order so it's a lot easier, so you're not turning all the way around. You go get punched, come down to your side. Get punched, come down to your side. Look, step, step, boom. All right. I fall back. Back here.
So that's when I
Right,
go
that's
down,
when you
right?
fall. Right. Get up. I guess they could do that.
I forgot what I was supposed to do.
When you hop up, you're gonna get up, whatever way, whatever direction you in. If you get up like this, pop up, you'll come up here. I'll come up here, or here, whichever one. I fall back, I get up, I come to you.
Oh man, that'll look awesome. Because I'll have it like, yeah, that'll look awesome. And so, is there any lines during the scene?
Yeah, because
Okay,
after I come up, there's lines like "Welcome Home" and yeah.
Now, you up, get over you.
Wow. And we're gonna do some. There's gonna be some super speeding with you guys too. So maybe like a couple of times he tries to punch and you move out of the way of super speed or something, and maybe block, and grab his hand or something.
I guess in the middle when after you do your shit, your kick, after you kick here, boom, I jump back. I jump, punch you. Shit, no, that's not gonna work. It'll probably have to be at the beginning. I kick you, right? You react. Before we do this punch here, you swing at me. I block you. Maybe that can do that. Yeah, maybe that can be it. Instead of me coming all the way down and trying to duck, you can swing. I block, and I hit. That way it slows down. Right. What do you think about that? Would that be good, or do you want me to try to move out of the way or something like that?
It'll be fine, man. I mean, it's fine. I was just thinking maybe at some point, you guys would probably use your powers, because you're both vampires.
I mean, we can do that. We can put that in. I would have put that in the beginning. Let me see.
Maybe you could start the scene out with him punching, and then you move out of the way of super speed, and then you block.
You swing.
And then do a block, and then do like a block.
So swing, I step, swing. So no, you come in like you punching straight up, and here. What about something like that?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So swing. Okay. Then after I come here, then I can kick.
Then you can get me.
See what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. So swing. Okay. Then after I come here, then I can kick.
Then you can get me.
See what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. So. Nope, not that one. After I kick you like that, remember that's the beginning of it. You come back, then you go right back to square one.
And that's when
you swing around. Bam. Yep. So we start from the beginning. all the way down.
You guys put together a dance routine.
I mean, one thing I've learned from action scenes is movement is constant. You only have certain, so that's why, I mean, we don't have any time to rehearse, but that's why getting the steps down, because if you watch martial arts movies, they practice because the steps, if you move wrong, you get hurt instantly. I mean, so that's why, you know, and then movement is, you know, it may look like it's dancing, but this movement here is just like, you know, like we were sparring.
Right.